and welcome to your potentially first yoga practice of the year. You may have done a few poses. I, for one, did absolutely nothing because unfortunately I was ill. I did a lot of Shavasana. That's as good as my yoga practice got over Christmas and New Year. So this practice is all about getting back into our bodies, re-inhabiting, reclaiming the space that we have within. So with that, have a little wiggle, have a little fidget, find your way to the most comfortable seated position you could possibly find, allowing that to be a place where you can breathe length up through the spine and you can soften the slope of your shoulders. A place where you can close the eyes and focus your awareness to your breathing. Possibly even letting your hands rest onto your body, your belly, your chest, wherever feels comfortable. And when we practice yoga, of course, the physical element makes us feel incredible. The mental element allows us to arise with clarity. The focus we have on the breath allows that to ripple through the day so we feel better for longer. But in my personal opinion, the most important thing to find in a yoga practice is an intention. So for the next half an hour of your time, I'd like you to set an intention. It could be to move a little more slowly, a little more mindfully or kindly and calmly. It could be to breathe a little bit more deeply, to find a quiet pocket of the mind and let it grow. It doesn't matter what the intention is, but let it be something that you need, a remedy, something to balance this first full week that we've experienced of the year. You're bringing that intention to the forefront of your mind and letting it be your guide in every breath you take, every move that you make. I've lapsed into song lyrics. Let's bring it back. And just start to move your head around in any way that makes you feel comfortable. Allowing the head, the neck, the shoulders to ease. Allowing that intention to begin as a thought, but journey into the body to become an action. That action can become a habit, and that habit can simply become part of who you are. Inhaling as you circle the arms and interlace the fingers over your head. Press your palms to the ceiling. And feel that simultaneous push-pull. You yourself, yes, pushing, but also feeling as though you're being gently pulled up towards the sky. Find a little wriggle in your body side to side, maybe round in circles. Let those shoulders fully soften as you drop your chin to your chest and start to draw semicircles with your chin from shoulder to shoulder. Feel that massage movement that sweeps all the way around the back of your neck. And then inhaling as you rise and let those hands come round and cup the back of your skull and really drop your head back. We've got sun lounger vibes with this movement. Gently rolling and rocking your head from side to side, bringing that upper arm in close to your turning face. There's a little side bend here. And taking a deep breath in as you come back to center. Open those arms out to the side to reach them behind you. Interlace your fingers behind your back. And as you do that, really glue your palms together and bend your elbows. We're going to slide the hands across to the left side of the back and start to roll through that right shoulder. So it doesn't matter how far your hands go, but just let that initial stretch sweep across the front of that right chest and shoulder. And as you're rolling that right shoulder, let your chest increasingly open to that right side. Let your eyes go with that twist. I still have a bit of a lingering cough, so I do apologise for that. And turning fully, one more big shoulder roll, up, back and down, and then release your left hand from behind your back and bring it across to that right knee. Inhale, use both hands to lift and lengthen and to twist and deepen, gently pressing into your body to rotate through the spine. And inhaling as you sweep that back arm all the way up over the head and let it bring you into the most beautiful side body stretch where you can breathe into the depths of that right lung, rib, waist and hip. And then sweeping that top hand down, bring your body back to center and bow fully forwards, wiggling those fingertips away from one another. You might feel a little bit lopsided here, that's okay. Just breathe into the back of your body. And inhaling as you roll all the way up through the spine and unfurl those arms, opening them out into cactus. So elbows in line with the shoulders as you breathe, opening the chest, and exhale to close the palms, the forearms and the elbows together at that same height. One more time, just like that. Sweep and open, and then close in and down. Inhaling, open the arms, release them behind you, and just rock back and change your seated position in some way. Stretch a leg out, swap the feet round, whatever. Sweeping the hands behind your back and interlacing them again, but this time interlace them the way you wouldn't usually. So switch your fingers round. It might feel a bit odd. And then sweeping those hands round to the right side of your back as you begin to roll that left shoulder up, back and down. And feeling that roll of the shoulder gradually and increasingly opening across the front of your chest as you start to turn your gaze round behind you. Go for one more big circle of that shoulder. Drop it behind your back, then release your right hand. Sweep it round to that left knee. And as you inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale to press through the palms and twist and deepen. And just noticing where the resistance is in your body and slowly breathing into those pockets of space. Inhaling as you sweep that back arm all the way up over the head. Let it bring you into the most deep side body stretch. Breathing all the way down into that left side, all the way from the underarm to your hip. And sweeping that top hand down again, bring your head to center to bow forwards. And you might go a little bit further here, doesn't matter how far or how low you go. Keep wiggling those fingertips away as you breathe into the back of the body. Inhaling as you begin to roll all the way up through the spine and open those arms out into cactus once more. And instead of closing front and back, this is a slight weird one, but really good for the shoulders. Keep your elbows in line with your shoulders and your upper arms steady, but then just drop your fingertips down towards the floor. So you look a little bit like I forget that dance move, I can't remember what it is, the one where you knock your arm and tap yourself on the head. You've got those vibes going on. Then sweep your fingertips back up to the sky and then drop them all the way back down. Give your hands a little bit of a shake when you get there. And then exhale, sweep your hands behind you, lean back into them and step the feet out to mat distance. So your feet are much wider than your body is. As we sweep through those knees, allow them to rock over and down towards each side. And when we do this, it can be really tempting to lift that hip all the way up, but try and keep your twisting hip from lifting off of the floor. And really feeling into the hips. This is a really good one for the joint health of your hip. And then take a deep breath in We're going to keep the feet really wide, but drop the knees in together and see how far you can wiggle your feet apart from each other while keeping the thighs and knees connected. Press into those palms to lift through the chest. Now, even I feel pinching here. This is a slightly odd sensation of movement, but it's really good for the hips. And just feeling into that internal hip rotation. Then pressing through those palms, squeeze and lift to bring the soles of the feet together and open the knees out to the side. I'm going to turn this way. I'm calling these butterfly plops. I don't love the name. If you've got a better name, let me know. And you're going to breathe and lift your knees up into your side body and then exhale and sigh and let them drop. Just let them release. They might bounce a little bit, but that's just because you've let go. One more time. And then breathing length up through the spine to take a little fold forwards. And what I've found doing those two poses back to back, the rolling of the knees in, the opening of the knees out, and I really found that this pose, I don't necessarily go further, but I feel more comfortable, certainly in the hips. So if the hips are an area where you can feel tight, that might be a really nice sequence just to put into your morning routine. Then breathing up through the spine, lean back into the fingertips once more and stretch those legs forwards, lift and shift the hips up and back. We're going to breathe the arms to the sky and fold over the legs to release. This is the pose where when I first stepped back onto my mat after I was ill, I nearly screamed. So really do go gently with this one. And simply breathe into the back of your body, not just with your physical breath, but with your mind. Create space through the hamstrings. That's where I feel this pinch, the back of the knees, the calf muscles, the ankles, the soles of the feet, all the way up either side of the spine, even between the shoulder blades. And then take a deep breath in as you roll up through the spine and sweep the feet round to the same side to come up into your tabletop position. Planting through the palms, the knees and the tops of the feet. Find your flow of cat-cow. Breathing into the front of the body with your inhale. Breathing into the back of the body with your exhale. And letting the spine curve down, up and out. And then up, in and back. Feeling that gentle flow. And even though you've done these movements potentially countless times, notice how they feel today. No comparison to the last time you flowed here, just feeling this sensation. As you come through a neutral spine, bring the big toes together, widen the knees, and sit back to the hips to bow through the head. And even though that head is bowing to the earth, also feel your hips reaching back towards your heels. Feel that lovely scoop, that lovely slope that you have as you curve over the earth. And then inhaling as you rise all the way up through tabletop to tuck the toes and lift into downward facing dog. First one, always go a little more gently, walking through those feet, deeply bending and alternating through those knees, swaying through the hips, peek under the arms. Really find those movements that make you feel comfortable and connected. And then we're going to sweep the body forwards into plank and lower to the floor like a wave lapping up on the shore. Lower the knees and the feet, lower the thighs, the pelvis, the belly, the chest, the head, all the way down. And we're going to sweep the forearms forwards into Sphinx pose. Let that heart lift nice and high. The shoulders press down. And then just squeeze your feet in towards your bum. Pick up each leg one at a time, just so you elongate through the front of your hips and thighs, and then start to sway the feet from side to side. You feel that really nice pressure massage across the front of your thighs. Opening through that chest as you inhale. Exhale, flex the feet to tuck the toes. Bring the hands in under the shoulders, ripple and rise all the way up and back into downward facing dog. Inhaling deeply. Exhale, sigh. Inhale, lift the heels, lower the knees and bring the toes together. We're going to take a deep breath in. Lift your left leg up and back behind you. As a teacher of yoga, I'm making an intention this year to not always do things on the right side first. So lifting that left leg, we're going to circle it all the way out to the side and then heel toe that foot all the way round to the middle line of your mat. So it's right in front of you. Bring your hips forwards and rise into Anjaneyasana, your low crescent lunge, but don't worry about your arms. Don't worry about flinging them all the way up towards the sky. Simply let them relax to your thigh or beside you. And really feeling that strength that you can pull up from your roots as you press the sole of the front foot and the top of the back foot down into the ground. Inhale. And as you exhale, sweep your arms up to the sky. And we're going to lower the right hand down and then hug your belly and inner thigh together as you sweep and look up towards that rising left hand. Inhale as deeply as you can. Exhaling to come down through the hand, tuck the back toes, lift the knee and step back into your downward facing dog. Nice deep breath in. Lifting the heels to lower the knees, bringing them together, big toes side by side, and then we'll lift the right leg up and back behind the body, lifting and extending nice and high. And then circling that leg all the way out to the side. Bring your foot down and then start to heel toe it round so it's in front of you. Again, coming forwards with the hips to rise into Anjaneyasana, low crescent lunge. Feeling that connection to the earth and drawing that steady strength up through your body. Keeping everything nice and simple. Nice and steady. Breathing in, arms to the sky, and then lower that left hand down so you can hug your belly to that right inner thigh and lift your gaze up to that rising right hand, lifting it to the sky. Inhale. Exhale as you come down, tuck the back toes, lift the knee and step back into downward facing dog. Big toes together. Nice deep breath in, lift the heels, lower and widen the knees to soften and settle back into child's pose once more. Inhaling as you rise from child's pose up to bring the knees round to the same side and find your way to a comfortable seated position once again. So, of course, moving and breathing, feeling that lovely symbiosis of our body's functions coming together is truly wonderful. But I wanted to focus on a breathing technique that really does ground me in my day-to-day life. So as I was ill, as you know, whenever we are ill as human beings, we can really take for granted the breath. And doing this breathing technique, or even just elements of it, really helped me while I was ill. We are still in January, we've got February and March to go yet. We could be ill again. So This is a really good breathing technique to bring into your day-to-day life to strengthen the nasal part of your respiratory system. So bring your right hand in front of your face. You're going to press the pad of your index and middle finger to your eyebrow center. And then you have your thumb and either your ring or little finger to close and shut each nostril alternately. So your thumb probably comfortably shuts your right nostril and your ring or little finger probably comfortably shuts your left nostril. We're going to close the left nostril, breathing in, and also push that bit of brow skin you're touching in and up. This really helps when you've got a blocked nose because it opens that top of the bridge. So really press that bit up, block the left nose and inhale through that right side. Then close the right nostril, open the left and exhale through that left side. Inhale through that open left side. And exhale through the right side as you switch. Keep that right side open to inhale. And exhale left. Inhale left. Exhale right. And just keep that going a few more times at a pace that feels good to you. You'll have likely noticed by now that one nostril is far more open than the other, and that's so normal and so natural. In 90 minutes to 3 hours, they'll have switched places. So it's just our body's way of balancing that effort and ease that we have in the body. And it's a nice reminder that we don't need to do absolutely everything with every bit of ourselves all of the time. So we can delegate within ourselves parts of the body that can do one thing while the other part of the body is just taking that little step back. And that, of course, goes to the mind, the body, the breath, everything. So as you're taking a few more of those breaths, really let that sink in. And the next time you exhale through the right side of your nose, allow that hand to relax down into the lap. Close your eyes if you haven't already and just begin to take deep breaths through both sides of your nose. And feel that sense of clarity. Feel that sense of freedom, inner lightness and spaciousness. You picked for yourself this morning an intention that would help you move through this yoga practice. I now ask you at the end of our yoga practice to pick an intention that can take you through the remainder of your day. Maybe it's the same intention, you just carry it forwards. Perhaps you change it slightly, perhaps you change it completely, flipping it on its head. But in this moment, make an intention for yourself for the remainder of your day. Something that will allow you to align, to balance that effort and ease. And once you have that intention, bring it to your heart, so that even when your mind forgets it, you can take a deep breath into your chest and remind yourself of that intention, bringing it back in. Inhale as you circle the arms and connect the palms. Exhaling as you lower the hands to heart center, bowing the head ever so slightly. I'm going to close our practice, as always, with a mantra. And if I'm honest, I don't sing this mantra enough. There's something, well, even online, about practicing yoga with other people. And this mantra speaks of community, coming together. And when we bring our hearts, our minds, our bodies together to practice something devotional and reverential, the world becomes a better place. And that's what this mantra is about. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunatu Sahaviryam Karavavahe Tejasvina Vaditamastu Ma Vidvishavahe. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti. Thank you so very much.